Okay, so let's start with the parasitology and microbiology. First is Entamoeba histolytica, which is an intestinal amoeba. Life cycle of Entamoeba is infective form is quadrinucleate cyst, which is like this. Okay, and then ingested with the contaminated food or water, bypasses the gastric acidity. It bypasses the gastric acidity 1.5 to 2 pH. Okay, it can go through that acidic environment. And then excistation in small or large intestine is done. Excistation means it will the cyst will go outside. Okay, means it can broke, and excistation, the spores go out, which are called as trophozoites, which are active feeding and growing stage. 8 trophozoites are formed. Okay, 8 trophozoites, which is an infective state. uh, okay, in favorable conditions and in unfavorable conditions. Okay, in favorable conditions seen in 85% of patients, which is in asymptomatic. 5 to 15% have intestinal amoebiasis, and EIA, which is extraintestinal amoebiasis. In unfavorable condition, encystation, uninucleated cyst. In unfavorable condition, encystation means a capsule around this a cyst capsule around the cyst is formed, and uninucleate cyst. Okay, all the 8 trophozoites have cysts encapsulated, can get encapsulated, and make 8 uninucleate cyst. Binary fission, through binary fission, and then binucleate cyst, and then after binary fission it will form quadrinucleate cyst in feces, which is an infective form. And then life cycle continues. Okay, this is the life cycle of Entamoeba histolytica. What are the extraintestinal symptoms we see? Trophozoites secrete cystine proteinases, which erodes intestinal layer. The trophozoites secretes cystine proteinases, which erodes intestinal layer. Denuded epithelium of intestine or anywhere. An ulcer is formed and epithelium is lost. Okay, then flask-shaped ulcer in intestine and erythrophagocytosis. Narrow neck and broad base, like this. This is the flask-shaped ulcer in intestine. Via portal circulation, it reaches to a liver. Okay, most common site for extra intestinal amoebiasis is liver, then lungs, then brain. Okay, obviously, because first it comes liver, from bottom to up to from bottom to above of the body up we go. First comes liver, then lungs, and then brain. Okay, then destruction of hepatocyte, and curvy sauce pus chocolate pus is seen. Okay, on aspiration maybe in liver. Okay, then most common site in liver is the right lobe of liver, posterior superior region. Right lobe of liver and posterior superior lesion. Then microscopy associated with erythrophagocytosis, which are of two types seen in RBC: erythrophagocytosis, RBC, and phagocytosis done by RBC and macrophages. Okay, then live diagnosis: stool examination, normal stool sample plus normal saline trophozoites. Motile form pseudopodia is seen. Eccentric nucleus with the central karyosome is seen. Chromatid body and binucleate cyst it is. And then stool sample plus iodine mount cyst. Most common 4 nuclei. Uni or binucleated with chromatid body. Uni or binucleated with chromatid body. Okay. Then in microscopy we can also do intestinal biopsy, in which H&E staining, in which flask-shaped ulcer is seen, and erythrophagocytosis, denuded epithelial ulcer. Erythrophagocytosis, RBC being engulfed by macrophages. RBC being engulfed by macrophages. Okay. Erythrophagocytosis. And then culture, PCR, Phillips media, Craig's media, and Robinson media. Phillips media, Craig's media, and Robinson media. Seen, we can do culture in these three medias in Entamoeba histolytica. Then PCR for Entamoeba histolytica. Okay, you can do polymerase chain reaction. That's it. This is all about Entamoeba histolytica. Then we comes to Kala Azar. Kala Azar, also called as leishmaniasis, caused by Leishmania donovani. Kala Azar causes, which occurs due to phlebotomous sandfly, which occurs due to phlebotomous sandfly. L. tropica is Leishmania tropica is the oriental Delhi sore or Baghdad boil, causes Delhi sore, Baghdad boil, or oriental Leishmania tropica. Tropical, because tropical air, so it goes to Delhi, Baghdad. And then Leishmania brasilensis causes Ipsendia or mucocutaneous leishmaniasis. Ipsendia or mucocutaneous leishmaniasis. Then hyperpigmentation, fever, hepatosplenomegaly is seen in Kala Azar. Is a triad of Kala Azar is a triad of hyperpigmentation, hyper Kala. Azar means fever, and hepatosplenomegaly. In HIV, hepatosplenomegaly is not seen. Hematologically, pancytopenia is seen, and hyperglycemic. Lab diagnosis: blood smear, pancytopenia all will decrease, and hypergamma seen. Okay, then seen, and Nipers aldehyde test we do, and Chopra's antimony test. In Nipers aldehyde test and Chopra's antimony test. As promasticate forms, it is seen like this. Intracellular hypergammaglobulinemia, seen like this, and this is cellular pigments or anything. Then promasticate forms like this, and then splenic biopsy or bone marrow biopsy, LD bodies, Leishmania donovani bodies. Obviously, it is seen in colors are LD, Leishmania, emasticate forms, splenic biopsy or bone marrow biopsy, we see LD bodies in Kala Azar. Then card test we can perform, in which RK37 antigen testing is done. RK39, sorry. Yes, RK39. Then 4. Culture, NNN medium. NNN in culture we not do SDA, but we do NNN medium. Novinil Nicole, like this. It will come as a red color in test tube. And then PCR we can perform on serological testing. Drug of choice is amphotericin B in Kala-Azar. Then we comes to very important topic, which is malaria. Plasmodium species can cause malaria. R4. Plasmodium falciparum, which is the most severe vivax ovale malaria. Then life cycle, it enters in the body, not in the body, but yes, in the body. Sporozoid form in humans, in us, by the bite of female Anopheles. Proboscis of mosquito, sporozoid form by bite of female Anopheles में लास्ट में S आता है ना, so S sporozoid form will inject us. Okay, us. Okay, remember like this. Sporozoid form we get. Okay, then it will goes towards our liver. It will go sporozoid form towards our liver, inside our body. It will go in the hematogenous in our body, and it will go into our blood vessels and then move towards the liver, which is circumsporozoid protein in liver, which is circumsporozoid um, sporozoid protein in liver. Then pre-erythrocytic schizogamy, pre-erythrocytic, then merozoites are formed. Pre-erythrocytic schizogamy forms, and then mesozoites forms. And it will divide into two forms: capsule RBC and some hip, hypnozoites and some capsule RBCs. Erythrocytic schizogamy. Okay, and okay, so we have seen some will form hypnozoites and capture, and merozoites are captured by RBC are called erythrocytic schizogamy. Okay, then hypnozoites, okay, which are not captured by RBCs, hypnozoites, resting forms in liver. It will rest in liver, responsible for relapse. It can cause relapse. Okay, it will not do anything. It will just rest in liver. And then hypnozoites, and but responsible for relapse seen in Plasmodium vivax and ovale. Drug of choice is primaquine here. But with the merozoites which are captured by RBC are erythrocytic schizogamy. Erythrocytic schizogamy. Okay, it will form trophozoites and then schizozond. Okay, let's say erythrocytic schizogamy, then trophozoites, the trophozoites, then schizont it will form, and then merozoid it will form again, and then gametocytes. Okay, this is till this stage it will be inside our body, in the human body. Okay, in the host, not host, but in the human body. Okay, because malaria, in malaria it has two hosts: human body and mosquito. So this is, I remember this by the mnemonic TSME. MG is like the suck me game. Pardon me for this, but that's how I remember things. Okay, so gametocyte is of two forms: micro and macro gametocytes. In micro males, that's why it will not, it is micro, so it will not cause malaria, and females are more dominant, as I said. So in macro state it will cause female, and it will be in female, and that's why female anopheles affects us and can cause malaria to us. And then female anopheles takes the blood gametocyte. In the gametocyte form it will take blood meal. Then inside the mosquito it will form, in the blood it will form zygote, and then ookinete, which is a needle like structure, ookinete, and penetrate the gut of mosquito, which ookinete, which is a needle like structure which penetrate the gut of mosquito, and moves to salivary gland. Oocyst moves to salivary gland and forms sporozoids, which again through the bite of female anopheles comes into our body. Okay, sporozoid. Okay, this is the life cycle of malaria. And then hemolytic anemia, which have survival advantage against hemolytic anemia which have anemia which has survival advantage against P. falciparum are the diseases. Hemolytic anemias which can survive against P. falciparum are GST. G for G6PD deficiency, S for sickle cell anemia, and T for thalassemia. Increased prevalent in Africans. Okay, we all know they are, you know, malaria resistant people. So lab diagnosis, plasma P smear preparation. Okay, so I don't know what P is this. If you know, please comment in the comment section below. if you are watching this, if you are a one person still, if I get one view. Okay, so pea smear, what is pea smear? I don't remember, sorry. So preparation, thick smear and thin smear, two smears are formed. uh, Thick smear have increased chances of detection, okay. Thick smear, then prevalence of parasite, and then have, if, huh, okay, I got it. Okay, the smear we form, okay, plasma, हाँ नहीं पता नहीं. Okay, so thick smear, in this, because it is thick, we can see the prevalence of the parasite because it is thick, okay. And but in thin smear, for species identification, if it is a thin smear, okay, then the cells are loosely arranged or far apart, so we can specifically see or identify the species of the plasmodium. But in thick smear there are many quantities of cells, so it can we can judge the prevalence rate of the parasite, okay. Increased chances. Then buffy coat preparation, we do arachidonic orange, using arachidonic orange fluorescent microscopy, nucleic acid. Arachidonic orange buffy coat preparation we do. So सबसे पहले first in lab diagnosis we do in in malaria, for plasmodium, plasma smear, okay, preparation, maybe it is plasma only, okay. Then Buffy coat preparation, using arachidonic orange, which is a fluorescent microscopy. Then third is culture, in which we use RPMI 1640. RPMI. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why I'm sharing this. I'm regretting this decision for sure later, but I'm sharing this mnemonic with you. RPMI, I don't know what full form is, but this is the culture we use in malaria. 1640 is the mnemonic I have in my mind. I want to share, but I know I will regret it later. Okay, so I'm opening my the suspense. Okay, removable partial myocardial infarction. Whoa! You can clap on this. Thank you. Okay, so 4, malaria card test. Okay, malaria card test. So in malaria card test, HRP2, we in culture we use removable partial myocardial infarction 1640 media RPMI, and then in malaria card test we do HRP2 based kit, plasmodium falciparum. Okay, malaria card test, we HRP2 based kit histidine, HRP for histidine rich protein, HRP2 based kit we do, in which we get we do for HRP2 based kit we do for plasmodium falciparum, and then LDH, low density LDH, I don't know what its full form is, but LDH and aldolase based kit for non falciparum species. This is for histidine rich protein is for plasmodium falciparum, and LDH aldolase base kit is for non falciparum species. Okay, then slides. This is the most important thing in this. Okay, as plasmodium falciparum are we see in slide, we see everything in gametocyte and slides if we get a picture, gametocyte and trophozoite. Okay, so plasmodium falciparum, first gametocyte, the gametocyte enters the mosquito from our body too when they suck blood. Okay, so obviously the suck name is not something, um, the mosquitoes suck us na, so they, okay, I'm already embarrassed. So gametocyte are all like this. It will be seen, and it is not banana shape but crescent shape, because I've sir have written in the lecture banana shaped, but I wrote, that's why I wrote banana shaped, but in MCQ we get crescent. I ticked banana and it will got wrong, so it is crescent shaped. Okay, so gametocyte is of crescent shaped, and then trophozoite is in a coal form. This is called as a coal form. In a coal form, I'm getting maybe in MI it is a coal, not MI but rheumatic fever. A coal or something like that. In rheumatic fever, caterpillar, something bodies. Encarditis in rheumatic fever. Okay, so trophozoites, a cold form like this. It has two eyes and has Moir's dots. These small dots are called as Moir's dots. In Plasmodium falciparum, we see Moir's dots. Moir's dots. Then Plasmodium vivax have two things also: gametocyte macro and trophozoite early. Gametocytes has completely span RBC. RBC will the gametocyte will completely span cover the RBC, and in trophozoite form small dots. Sorry, not small, but Schaffner's dots are seen in vivax. Schaffner's dots are seen in vivax. Schaffner's dots small and more numerous than Moir's dots. These are smaller than Moir's dots. Schaffner's dots are smaller than Moir's dot and are more numerous in number. Okay. Then Plasmodium malaria, gametocyte not completely spanned. In this, in vivax, the gametocyte will completely span the the RBC, but here it will not completely span. The space in RBC is left behind, and then trophozoite form band shaped, completely spanning the RBC. It is a band shaped. In trophozoite form it is a band shaped. Okay, and here it is there are Schaffner's dots are present, and they are more numerous than Moir's dots. Okay, that's it. And then drug black water fever is associated with Plasmodium falciparum. Don't go it like that I did, like black water is for Kala Azar. It's not. Okay, black water is for Plasmodium falciparum. I know I did a silly mistake, but I didn't know that. Okay, it come, maybe it come also comes in neat UG paper also. Black water fever associated with Plasmodium falciparum, hemoglobinuria. Okay, black water fever is hemoglobinuria because of Plasmodium falciparum. Okay, nephrotic syndrome. Nephrotic syndrome is because of Plasmodium malaria. Nephrotic syndrome. Nephrotic means kidney. Nephrotic syndrome. MGM, membranous glomerulonephritis, it will cause. Membranous glomerulonephritis, it will cause. Okay, in Plasmodium malaria. Okay, thank you. That's now our malaria is completed. It has only 3 diseases: Entamoeba histolytica, then Kala Azar, and then malaria. Okay, thank you. Bye.